long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket, there's a long line. Nice to meet me, I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Who you lost, what you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now I don't trust the so with the what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, with the what you mean? Woo! Hold up now. Don't know what you think, compare me to adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, and she gon' call her friends up and.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We have two teams in today's game with plenty of confidence as they're riding big-time winning streaks. It's the Cardinals going up against the Redskins.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run with Thompson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They run it here with Thompson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down, Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. In motion, the tight end Reed. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for his tight end Reed, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And shedding through the tackle. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Cousins now to throw on first down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Cousins now. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Play fake. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now the fourth-year man from Oklahoma, Tress Way, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. First carry now. This is Johnson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, it's Boykin. And he fires one incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Boykin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. A first down carry here for Johnson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They go to Johnson again. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Boykin. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Monte Nicholson, the rookie out of Michigan State. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Cousins. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. To throw is Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Hassan Reddick, the rookie from Temple. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. We remind you that coming up later tonight, this is going to be a good one. The Cowboys and the Raiders going at it in the East Bay.
Oh, that's old school right there.
Old school indeed. Then Monday night, another good late season matchup. The Falcons and the Buccaneers from Tampa to wrap up Week 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Boykin. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. To throw is Boykin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Still fighting.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Cousins on first down. Caught right side, Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. In motion, the tight end Reed. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Second down, goal to go from the 6. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, Cousins will head to the sideline and give way to Dustin Hopkins. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all year? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Boykin. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So out now come the Redskins. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Joshua Perry in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Josh Perry in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. On play action, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
This time, Boykin looks to throw. Flush to his right. And some space here. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll throw on first with Boykin. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. And the slot man goes in motion left. Second and 10 now. Boykin dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And checking in on what's going on up in the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Johnson running right. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff, Johnson, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go.
Now Boykin on 2nd down. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And Davis has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Thompson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, this home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go play action. Cousins. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Breaks a tackle. Flushed out right. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll run here with Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Denard Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds? Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half. I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Boykin. Escaping the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Boykin. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now they try the right side here. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Second and 5. Cousins to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and it's 3rd and 5.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down, 9 yards to go. Now it's Boykin. It's complete to Brown, right side. 30, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And his throw here's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Throwing, Cousins. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
Throwing is Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
His throw incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Again, it's Cousins. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, that's Thompson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Again, a run with Thompson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
2nd down, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number, led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Hassan Reddick, the rookie from Temple. And that'll bring up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Boykin to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Peterson running right. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do?
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good pickup there at 22. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, I'm no coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden liked to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well. And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the rookie safety from Washington, Buda Baker. Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you...